So today's work, what do we do? Done our temp sensor, we check the injectors in. They all have to be cleaned as well, all the injector ports, because they sit on copper washers, and all of these have got to be torqued. 8 Newton meters. Yeah, they've got to be torqued down, otherwise they're going to leak. And if you over torque them, they're just going to snap off, the bolt's going to snap and you're going to have all sorts of problems. So you've got a charge pipe in with a temp sensor on it, and you got this hose down here, it's coming off my intercooler. Just need a 90 to go from there to there, so long pipe up, 90 over to about, I don't know if it's going to work actually, let's see, I think it's a 90. Over here I've got my PCV still off, and then the catch can should be coming a couple of days after. And then while I'm doing that, I'll finish off that, finish off the airbox. That's the airbox so far. I've ground down all the welds on the outside. I'm going to do the same on this side, because my welds are not too great. Just learning how to TIG weld stainless at the moment. Never really done it before properly, so just been having a play. And yeah, that's the air filter set up. I'm going to cut the top off then, leave some room for bolt holes so we can bolt the top on it. Probably use a perspex top to make it look flash, I don't know. And yeah, that's it for today. So I've started to make the breather plate for the rocker cover and PCV. So I decided to make it out of a piece of steel which I had lying around. Yeah, basically cut the shape out, and yeah, you'll see in the next part of the video now. For some reason, I started calling everything AF fittings, not AN fittings. So they're supposed to be AN fittings, not AF. So this is a plate they're making up at the minute for the PCV cover. Goes there. Basically, plate that shape. Oh, not right. That's the shape of the plate. That sits in there. I'm gonna drill a hole in there, weld on an AF fitting. That's pretty much gonna be it anyway. AF fittings in, and then fit another catch can. Another catch can. Bought the kit for like $100 off the internet. Get AF lines. Got that. Now all the AF fittings in. Went to the shop and bought some nail AF fittings as well, so I can weld that onto my plate. So this is going to be there, and then that's going to be there like that. So that's the plate, bolted in, kind of fits. Can use the OEM gaskets, bolt it down, hopefully it seals, we will see. Got to paint it up as well now. So this is the plate, the breather. TIG welded, that's a -10 AN fitting. Welding's getting better at.
not perfect, but it's on. Looks quite tidy actually, from afar. Yeah. Let's turn that off. It's still hot. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna have right angled fit-ins on it. So it should look quite tidy then. Hopefully I warp the plate.
So being steel and not having anything decent to cut it out with, just used a grinder and sanders and stuff like that. Looks a little bit rough around the edges, but it done the job in the end anyway. Seems to have sealed. So yeah, that's about it. And that's the airbox, which we've started putting together with the top cut off. Use the filter to size it all up. Filter only just squeezes past there, and then that's the plate. So been doing the airbox. Got the airbox kind of sorted now, got it in place, just got to finish it all off. Hard bit was getting it all lined up so you can get the air mass meter all plugged in properly, airflow sensor or whatever. So give it a little look at that. Put that out the way. So let's get some light on it. That's the airbox. It's not finished yet. It's just, that's the basic shape I've made. But down here, look, we've had to extend the center of the pipe slightly. I thought I had it bang on, but I didn't when I ended up fitting it, because I had to make all these mounts on the side. So I made these little sort of L brackets and welded them onto the box. That's where I've had it mounted. So I've managed to get, once I got the lid for this, I'm putting like a clear lid on it, and then I'm going to get a K&N filter, so it looks a bit better than the standard. But we got the full standard airflow going into it. Nice wide box in. Doesn't look that big, but there's plenty of room in there. And then you've got your big air intake at the back, and that's going to join up to the snorkel. And the main thing I had to do was this PCV as well. So there's my intake pipe there. I've put AN fittings on there. So I'm going to run my hose along there to the back to a catch can, which is going to go at the back there somewhere. I don't know where I'm putting it yet. And then I've made this plate. I was going to buy a plate, but there was none in stock, so I've made my own. I did order one, but they're out of stock and he's not doing them for a minute. He's making a revised item. So just basically welded in that connection, and I had the plate and sprayed it black and matted it up a little bit with the cloth, that's all. Doesn't look too bad there. Hopefully it doesn't leak. I don't know if mine's going to leak yet, so hopefully it doesn't. And then that's all I need then, is one more right angle pipe from there to there, small one. And then we'd be good to go on this side then as well. So after I finished everything, I was having issues with big lack of power. I'm in like a limp mode, so
I've just been looking around it. I had internal error faults on the ECU. I'm not sure if that's a big deal or not at the moment. It still may be a problem. But I've gone down and had a look at the vacuum transducer on the turbo, because they're electronically controlled by a vacuum. And I vacuumed it down and it's leaking. It's just bypassing it straight away. It's just not getting any vacuum to the turbo. Anyway, so the way I've tested it really is I've just put vacuum straight to the turbo to close it all the way, which is like way over boosting, but just took it for a spin now and it's off its head. It's crazy. This thing needs boost, it's mad. Yeah, so I gotta get a new vac transducer on it. Or another way to control that, another way to control the turbo. But yeah, it's going well after that. Okay. Yeah, better turn that boost back down. Blow it up now. Let's go again. So that was a little test drive. That's with the vacuum wastegate all the way shut. So it's vacuumed all the way down. You shouldn't really do it. I just took the risk doing it because I was just mucking about, to be honest. But yeah, shouldn't really do that. That's way over boosting. You can seriously damage your engine like that. But anyway, I got it done. I got a slight vacuum leak bypassing the servo. So the brake servo, so I gotta change the brake servo and then check it with the vac transducer later, probably change the vacuum transducer as well. And then I'm gonna probably get it tuned. So I'm gonna go to a tuner and get them to get it tuned properly and see what we can get out of it. Happy days, stay tuned for the next bit.